How do you know if you are called to ministry?
How do you know if you're called to ministry? Um, One of my favorite men in the Bible is a man by the name of Joseph. And Joseph had a dream. We know the story of his dream. And when he told his family, they they got upset because the dream came off like he was going to be in charge of everything. And, he had this, he came off to them. They received it as him being arrogant or thinking he was special. So when we look at the whole story and everything that he went through, when we skip to the end, you realize what the dream was really about. It was never about Joseph. It was about the kingdom. God wanted to use Joseph to deliver the kingdom. So knowing that you are called to ministry, first of all, there's a dream that you have. And by dream, I mean a passion that you have to see souls saved or people delivered or people being encouraged. If you have a desire for that, that's an indication that you may be called into ministry. There are a lot of people that seek to be on stage and they seek to be in charge and be leaders, and what they've done is they've made it more about them. I've never been elevated or promoted by choice or by my own personal agenda. It was always by doing what God told me to do, serving and filling in wherever I had to get in. And I still do that today. And I believe that when you're called into ministry, you first of all, you have to be a humble servant and understand that the word minister means servant. It doesn't mean leader, it doesn't mean potentate, it doesn't mean president, it doesn't whatever you want to call it, it means servant. And if you have a servant's heart and your desire is to serve, I'm not saying that people that desire to be pastors are not called to do it. I'm not saying that, but I will say that was never my desire or my goal in life. It was something that God gave to me because of my humility and serving. And I can say that boldly now. I know the reason. Everything that I've done up to this point has been preparation for this moment now. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I've been called for this, called to do this since birth. And if you really feel like you're called, you already know it. You already know that you're called. You just, you're just second guessing it or trying to figure out if it's from you or from God or if it's from God. And I'll tell you like this: if your vision and your passion is not about you, but it's about the people of God, then you probably are called to do it. But only God can confirm that. But that's an indication that you know that it's not about me having position, because I don't mind sitting in the back of the church. It's not about me having to preach all the time, because I'll go clean the toilets if I have to. That's how you know that you're moving up in ministry, is when you're willing to serve and you don't care about your name being called. You don't care about being on the roster. If they never even say thank you, you still are serving. You don't need validation, because validation is for parking. Okay? You want God to be the one that notices what you do, because only what you do for him will last.
Amen.